Oh yeah, one thing that I want to add, the overarching idea that influenced all these things that I mentioned in the video about no slavery, not killing your children. And I don't mention this, but even the idea that anybody can convert to Christianity. Anybody. Everybody was to, all nations shall come to the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. The idea. Salvation for all men, not just the Jew, but the Greek as well, and the Greek and the barbarian as well. And allowing poor people to rise up through the ranks of the church. Uh, the idea of compassion for the poor, all this kind of stuff. The overarching idea for this, helping somebody you didn't know or a person of lesser status than you, which is, again, I mentioned, is abhorrent in honor systems and rate and cultures based on honor or rating, is the idea that all people are equal. There's no superior people, which again is shocking for people to hear that have criticisms of things. Like, oh, well, the people did this, or the Christians treated the natives badly. But there were so many priests that wrote, like, there are equal. I am sick and this Christopher Columbus is an evil man. Like, check out what De La Casa said. His writings, his journals, magnificent when he encountered the pagans, right? No human sacrifice, none of this. Is the idea that barbarian, it even says in Paul, either man or woman, Jew nor Gentile, Greek nor barbarian, but we translate civilized, all are equal in the eyes of God. All men are, and not just in the eyes of God, it's just equality. They'd say, well, men and women weren't equal. Well, when Christianity took over before the barbarians came in, they actually were. The Hypatia story, I have a video on that, how that's a bunch of shit. But yeah, and no slavery. And I said in the video, I'll make a video on how slavery how modern slavery came about. But that Christianity did abolish it 3 times within the existence of Christendom, or which within the last 2,000 years. But the idea that everybody was equal, that's a radical idea. That was never put forth before. You can say, well, the Jews kind of had it, but the Jews were always sectarian. Jew and Gentile, us and them. And then the Levite caste, and then, well, women couldn't do this. But in the early church, women were some of the greatest heads in the church. And people say, oh, well, that was among Gnosticism. No, it wasn't. Gnostics didn't like that. It was among the actual church. This pisses people off to hear this because they don't like that, oh, I have a different narrative. Well, I go by the facts. And I'll fully recognize all the evil shit that people did in the name of Christ. In fact, I'll do a video series on that if people want me to. But I just wanted to add this. Peace to you.